Hey chestnuts, welcome to the Spanner Lab. Sasha here, and also welcome to episode 2 of Mission 2021, where I try to end up with a 2021 rating by 2021. Bit of a setback for me in this episode in that I lost. Never a good thing, but I feel like this is going to happen a lot. So this is the first loss of many. So I played white against barmanroys. E4, C5, and I tried playing the Alapin, and I'm out of prep. Like I wasn't expecting it. I've been practicing the Alapin a lot lately because it seems to be in fashion. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this. This move here, this C3 move, seems to be in fashion. Like, I'm playing it because I was ending up in these Sicilian lines where I kept losing my E-pawn, and I just kept doing it, and I thought the easiest way to do it is just not to go down that way, just to get off that track really early on, play C3, and I think a lot of people had the same idea. So the Alapin is fairly common at the moment, it seems. So I got D4, and then I didn't expect that. Turns out this was the right thing to do. Knight C6 was good. Bishop D, B5 was what I played. Now I did think about not playing bishop to B5 and playing D5 instead, which that would have been the right move. Like, it's not a horrendous mistake, but I did think about doing that, and I should have done that in retrospect. That would have secured me like quite a nice position. So if we look at the Kibitzer now, that just keeps going up, doesn't it? So that puts me 70 center pawns ahead, and that, I think, is why c takes d4 wasn't in my prep, is because it's not a great move by black. Like, it puts white in a better position. So I'd like to say I'll know for next time, but I probably won't, because after that, that's one of the better moves. If they go to e5, then f4. Like, okay, I'm always big on this, like, not leaving that f2 square open. That's something I tell everyone: do not leave that square open. Do not. But that dark squared bishop is your main threat from there, and look at that big pawn. He's not going anywhere fast. So minimal risk from that dark squared bishop, so you can open up the f2 pawn. But I wouldn't advise doing this without knowing the consequences of what that might be. So bishop to b5 is what I played. It's not horrendous, but it does... It basically squanders the fact that my opponent made a mistake. Knight to f6 comes in, d5, a6, so far so good. b5, and what I should have played was d takes c6. So that bishop's now no good, but I can get rid of that knight. I was worried that after b takes e4, that knight was going to come in and take that pawn, but I didn't realise queen takes a4 covers that square. So e4 is covered. There's a passed pawn on the 6th. You know, I could definitely do some annoying stuff by pushing that pawn. I mean, that would be a lovely move right now, to be able to push that pawn, attack the queen, and check the king, because then we just exchange off, and then, well, I'm not sure quite how I'd get that pawn forward. It's quite a long way from any of my other pieces, which are admittedly not developed right now. So yeah, that's kind of what I lose. So what I did was that, which is not great. Knight e5, knight c3, g6, and I played knight to f3, which it's okay. Again, I missed an opportunity to push that f4 pawn and drive that knight back, but it's because of my fears about that dangerous f square being open. What I should look at is, look, I'm not no risk of queen to h4. I'm at no risk of bishop to c4, bishop to c5. I can play it. I need to just get over my fears about f4. So, knight, bishop to g4. So yeah, knight to f3 wasn't great because it really just enables that. And from here, I'm not sure I play a good move. It really was not pretty from here on out. So I play bishop to e3 because I go, well, yeah, there's no saving that. I might as well get a bishop out, which is not a great way to be feeling on move 11. Bishop g7 comes in there. Black doesn't have to rush taking this. There's very little I can do. Queen to e2. I think maybe this might do something. Like my position's not. I'm not enjoying it. Black's got all the space right now. It's not a position black should be in. Castles. I think I don't really want my g pawn torn up, so I'm going to castle queenside into the kingside. I've kind of ignored the fact that there's a lovely open file here where my king sat now. Yeah, it's just not good play. It's just not good. There's nothing. Yep, predictably the queen comes down onto it already, just going, woof. That's a mistake, isn't it? I'm just like, please, I just don't want to. Like, I should have just moved off that c file, but I don't. I played h3 instead. I just wanted something to happen. I was sick of this situation. I just wanted it to resolve itself, which is not good. I don't like being in these sticky sorts of positions. I especially don't like them when I know I'm losing, even if it is tiny, if we're not in full pawns yet. Like, I am 0.86 pawns down. I don't want to be 0.86 pawns down. I do not enjoy losing positions, and I think that's something I'm going to have to deal with. I'm going to have to cope with the fact that I'm going to be in losing positions sometimes. So I force the bishop to take here. I end up getting this open. I'm thinking, okay, I can get a rook down here, start putting pressure here, but this pawn structure is pretty strong. Rook c8, predictably. I'm trying to line up pieces over here. Rook b8. It's just not. It's not the best, but like knight to h5. That will then come in here. My queen, where's that going to go? Really, she's going to force my queen away from key areas. But then. I mean, that's as worse as it could have got. I mean, I just keep making it worse for myself. Well, a3 maybe. I just don't want b4 coming in. I think a3 might stop it, but a5's there. So what am I even playing at? There's no point looking at what moves I could have made because it really is just bad. f4. I'm just trying to throw pawns at this structure, trying to open it up. But it's not quick enough. I know it's not quick enough. I know it's just not fast enough. Knight takes b2. Yeah, okay, I guess. Because if king takes b2 here, I lose the rook. So that's not playable. Because what does? Yeah, I'm now way down, and yeah, indeed, you just take that rook. Yeah, I didn't see knight takes b2. I saw it, and then I was like, oh yeah, that can happen. I'm getting desperate and bad. Like, Again, there's no point looking at the fact that knight a2 is apparently a good move, because I'm 4 pawns down. Like, this is over. I know it's over. Should I have resigned? No. No, because even though this didn't come off, I knew it wasn't going to come off. I don't know my opponent. My opponent isn't Magnus Carlsen. My opponent's a human man. I mean, Magnus Carlsen is a human man, but, like, barmanroys could be anyone. Barmanroys is way more fallible than Magnus Carlsen. All it takes is for barmanroys to think he's got a queen sacrifice going, and it just doesn't come off, and that's it. I'm in the clear again. I did eventually resign. I resigned in this position because it's over, isn't it? I'm not going to win. I did not enjoy that game one bit. But I've not lost a game since. And that's the interesting thing, is that you have games like this and they make you go, alright then, don't do that then. Like, I enjoy opening prep. And the fact that I now know d5 gives me a very strong chance of getting ahead, I'm comfortable now. I'm far more comfortable with my knowledge. I've practiced way more positions. A lot of people don't like opening prep. They think it's an excuse for not actually knowing how to play openings. Well, I know how to play openings. But I also will prepare them, because that's giving me more thinking time when it gets to the middle game and things actually get tricky. I shouldn't be wasting valuable time looking for opening combinations. Let's get this opening done. Let's get to a simpler middle game, and then I'll start thinking. I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly didn't. I hated this game. Everything about this game was awful. But I have another one coming up for you, and that one's a win, so that will be slightly more cheerful. Like, subscribe, whatevs. Don't be horrible in the comments, because I will just don't do that. Be human. Anyway, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.